Welcome to This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale, your local experts on all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Listen in as they discuss the current state of the market, the latest trends, and have a little fun while doing it. We do want to say the opinions voiced on this podcast are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individuals.
And we're live. Hello, it's Jonathan Harmon and
Bryan Nale. What's up, fam?
Bryan, you have gotten much prettier over the last week.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's all those mortgages.
You've done something different with your hair.
That's it.
Yeah. No. This, of course, is Missy Lay, and Bryan is playing golf or something right now, right?
He's playing golf for charity. Thanks for your sacrifice, Bryan.
Yeah. Woo! Look out now. Anyway, love you, Bryan. Miss you. And I think next week we are still on, or we are not.
We are off next week.
We're off next week. Okay, great. Yeah. So anyway, this is what you get to spend 2 weeks re-watching,
absolutely,
re-listening, memorizing. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a fantastic 2 weeks. So anyway, this of course is Missy, and Trent's behind the camera. Wonder Dog Cammy is coming in right now. Gonna sit right here and make sure we don't steal anything. Don't worry, Cammy. I think it's all bolted down. So yeah. So Trent, we're gonna dive in, dude. We got short time with Missy today. She's got to go meet an appliance repair person.
Yeah.
What's broke?
It's not broke. We got a brand new washer that makes a weird noise when it starts, and now it makes that weird noise all the time.
So it is broke.
It's possible, yeah.
I mean,
it's very possible.
Do that. Yeah, it's definitely broke.
Should not. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, There you go. So let's jump right in. Headlines, and we got a special treat for you. All right. So instead of reading an article and commentating on that, we're going to do something a little different. So you may or may not know this, but Missy's house is on the market currently. We have it listed. I'm glad she didn't choose a different realtor. That would have been
would have been very uncomfortable.
Would have been a little awkward. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Would have been awkward. But we also just went under contract on a purchase, and we looked at a lot of houses leading up to that, and we got somebody to say yes to a home sale contingency. So now it's on us to get through that. And it's been a while since you've done that.
Yes.
And
10 years.
It's been never since you've done that and worked on this side of things.
Correct.
And so Missy suggested, and I thought this was a wonderful suggestion, to kind of share your experience from both sides and perhaps some questions that you weren't prepared for. And I count this as a learning experience because, I mean, it's been, I guess, 7 years since I've purchased my own home. And I think it's good to remember on my side of things that it's a transaction, but man, it's so much more than that. And we say that, but you don't get it unless you do it.
Unless you're in it. You don't see it until you're in it. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like I'm getting an up close look at what our clients go through, which is, to me, incredibly beneficial to know how our clients walk through all the things. And it's interesting because we just recorded a video where for our socials where Jonathan said, your first home is not your dream home. I will tell you, your second or your third is probably not your dream home either. I went into it with, I have these non-negotiables. And then it was, I have these non-negotiables, and then I have these two non-negotiables. So it was interesting how even just seeing something other than what I live in currently, what that's like, and what I think I want until I see it, and then it's like, okay, maybe I don't want that.
It's not quite as non-negotiable as I thought.
Exactly. The interesting thing is that I learned previously when building a home, there's a ton of questions you just don't know to ask. Like, do the cabinets come with door pulls, or is that extra? Do you have enough room in your driveway when it's being built? Is it going to be built with enough room in your driveway for more than 2 cars?
How long is construction going to go on around my house?
Yes.
Is it going to be 3 years that I'm listening to nail guns?
Yep.
And seeing concrete trucks?
Yep. Or mud, just constantly trekking through the neighborhood. Yeah. Lots of those questions. So, but parking quickly became a non-negotiable for me. I mean, we have we had a family of 4, 2 teenagers that drove. Now the 2 teenagers are grown people in their 20s. And when they come home, they either park behind us and get HOA'd for being in the way of the sidewalk, or they park on the road and get HOA'd for parking on the road. It's a lose-lose on that one. So,
and then if you need to get out and they're behind you, you got to shuffle the cars around.
It's the weird shuffle. Yeah. Which, I'm a rule follower, so I will do what's necessary for HOA. I mean, I pay the money, but in moving forward, it was like, even if I want to have friends over at my house, it's not just about who lives in the house, but
sure,
I have friends, whether y'all believe that or not. I have friends.
Like what, 3?
Exactly 4.
Okay, well there you go.
And I'm counting Adam in that.
And they each have a car.
They each have a car. Yeah. And Adam even has a fun little side-by-side. But regardless, if I'm going to have people over to my house, I'm going to have guests, family, whatever, like parking was a non-negotiable, and that stayed as a non-negotiable. Right. So the other one was an open floor plan. So open floor plan is really like wide. Like it is like currently
the definition of it.
The definition is really wide. So
subject to interpretation.
In our current house, like the entire downstairs is wide open. So I can stand at the
one big room
in the kitchen and see the front door through the dining room to the living room. And it was, I want to be able to see my husband when I'm cooking. I want to be able, I said, I want to be able to yell at my husband when I'm cooking. Well, the more I looked at it, it was, I want to be able to hear my husband and I want to be able to see the Braves game. So
it's not really about the husband at all.
It's not really about the husband. So if I can stand at the stove,
Steven, love you, man.
If I can stand at the stove and see the Braves game in the living room, that was the win. And, so it was interesting. So the open that we I won't say settled, that we chose was, the bar into the living room and living area was open. I could see the TV over the fireplace and still hear my husband. Don't have to see him, which is a win-win. Just kidding. So it's just interesting how, once you see, like, I think I want this, and then you see something different, and then you're like, oh, wow, this is really good. And
well, sometimes you don't even know what options are out there. Like you've seen 2 or 3 different variations of the theme.
Yeah, there's the weird window that I can look into there's lots of those weird things, but it's just interesting the more that you see what's out there, because there's so many options out there. And just, and it's always interesting to me is that in seeing the homes that we saw, there was, this house is perfect, but that master closet is just little.
And that wasn't even a non-negotiable.
But
you didn't even think that in a 2,200 square foot house that you would have barely a step-in closet for the master.
Yeah,
I know which house you're talking about. And I'm like,
very weird.
What in the world?
I mean, everything else was great. Yard, fence, beautiful open floor plan, like the whole thing. And then it was like, really? That's my master closet?
Yeah. How did this?
It was half the size of the one I have now.
Yeah.
And I started thinking, do I just need to get a wardrobe to put in there? Well, the master's not big enough for tons of furniture, so. It snowballs. There was one where, it was perfect, except, the openness was a tiny window. And I was like, I can, and then maybe down the road, knock it down.
It works, but.
Yeah. Do you love it? Yeah. And there's some things that, again, you think are non-negotiables that you can negotiate. And then there are things that you don't think about. That you can negotiate. So it's just interesting to walk through. So as a person looking for a home, I would just suggest, just go look at the homes. If you see something that you think you like, go look at it. And sometimes one of the first ones we looked at, we walked in and we were like, nope. And then, for kindness sake, we walked through the house just, to get an idea, but it was like, that was a no, just walking in. So, and that's okay. Just don't say anything ugly on camera.
There have been several times where she's been like, oh, I liked it. I was like, shut up. Don't say that.
This is like a car lot. Like, don't
get outside.
Yeah. We're going to walk away from the Ring camera. And it's interesting. And I know that I'm sure people aren't like just snooping, like watching what we're doing. But at any given time, they could go back and listen to it.
They might be. They have every right to.
And their agent may be like, go listen to what they said.
Yeah.
So, because it's a bargaining tool. If I really love it, but it's A, B, or C, then, we're not going to cave on a price because you said you really love it. So, yeah. And
so
then
I'll put you on the spot.
Okay.
On the buying side, and we'll do this on the selling side too here in just a second. Okay. top 3 pieces of advice that you had no idea you needed on the buying side.
On the buying side.
Or 2, whatever.
I mean, going to see homes is tough because you've got to schedule them. You want to put them in, on the same time frame. You want to make it all in one loop. Just don't get frustrated with the process of going to see homes, because you'll walk in a house and you're like, oh no, like this was a waste of time. No, it really wasn't a waste of time. It was a stepping stone to what you're looking for.
That's excellent. There's one.
So yeah, so don't cheat the process. Just work with it. Mm-hmm. And I would say the other one is have your list of non-negotiables, but talk it out with your partner, whoever you're purchasing the house with. Like just talk it out, because I thought that was a non-negotiable, and my husband made a couple of comments and I was like, you know what? You're right. I really don't want to see you. I just want to see the game. So it's, just.
He doesn't watch this, does he?
No, he does not.
Okay.
No, he does not. But I'll clip that just for him.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's about open communication. And early on, even my husband was like afraid to talk it out, because he was like, I'm on a car lot and I don't want to give away the cards. I was like, no, our real estate agent is with us and he is who we need to be talking through. Yeah. So we would see a house and get in the car and he'd be like, oh my gosh, I really want that house. And I'm like, why didn't you say that back there? So it's just the communication just absolutely has to be open, because you're both your family, whoever, you're both going to be, but kudos to you if you're looking for a house on your own. Get exactly what you want and don't cave.
Yeah.
Otherwise, communication, it's so important.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's been bothering me since last week, the camera being a little crooked. But it's all good. It's better now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk on the selling side. What's that been like? This market's challenging, isn't it?
The market is challenging. And I will tell you, when we started the process and we're like, okay, I'm going to have to make my bed every single morning in case there's a showing. It's really not all that. Like, we're not in a market where you're going to show your house 4 times a day. So
typically, sometimes you do.
Weekends are more apt for that. But I mean, yes, it's important to keep your house semi-ready, but if all I have to do is go in and make up my bed and take my dog, that's a win.
Yeah.
So keeping it tidy is obviously very important. I am an event planner, so I'm a clutterer by nature. Like, I'm not going to put that away because I'm going to need it in 10 to 12 days. Like, that's been a training and process. And my new mantra is don't put it down, put it up. Oh. Don't put it down, put it up. And my husband hears me saying it, like, as I walk through the closet, don't put it down, put it up. Don't put it down, put it up. And he just laughs. So that's been a learning process for myself, but keeping it tidy, yes, but not like immaculate before you leave the house. And I'm fortunate or unfortunate, depends on how you look at it. I have a dog that I have to go get if there's going to be a showing. So I have that hour window to get him and tidy a couple of things. Mm-hmm. So that, that's kind of a benefit. Also, it's also challenging because I have to go get my dog and get him out of the house. Not because I don't want them to know I don't have a dog. It's just because my dog can be an a-hole. I mean, he's just very protective of our house, and he would just not be okay with people.
Well, and here's the thing. There's lots of layers to this, but you don't want the entire showing to be distracted by the dog barking, even if that's all the dog does is bark. Mm-hmm. The other part, I mean, let's be honest, we don't want to put our dogs through that stress.
Yeah, that's 100%.
And so don't stress your dog out by purposely having strangers in there at all times.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's lots of reasons to get the dog out. What I suggest a lot of times, especially if I think that house is going to blow up, mm-hmm. and just show really fast a mm-hmm. lot, is like, take a little vacation. Take the dog with you for a weekend somewhere or whatever, mm-hmm. and let's get those initial showings out of the way.
Yeah. The other thing is that I've learned from working in real estate is don't turn a showing down. If there is any way around it, let them see the home, because that could be the one.
That's right. It only takes one.
Yeah. So that was a big learn. So I immediately say yes. And I realize also, I mean, keep in mind, these real estate agents can communicate and be like, hey, can it be 30 minutes later? Or, hey, can we do it an hour after or whatever? So that can communicate.
Because it's always in flux.
It's always. Yeah. But I mean, just take the showing. It's worth the trouble. I mean, we even went to a house. They had like several littles and they packed up and ran out of the house so we could see it. And I was very grateful. And we expressed to their agent, thank you so much for that, because I think literally they just shoved the crib that was in their room, just shoved it in the master closet. So it was like, I can't see there's a crib in the closet. So but
it's fine.
Kudos to them for, just trying to make everything look tidy and whatnot. So yeah, but, I've also noticed from seeing homes that there's some pointers that Jonathan gives when you're showing your home that to me, I didn't realize made all the difference. And that's open all your blinds, turn on all the lights, open all the doors. Because I can say, viewing homes, I feel very weird looking in someone's closet.
Bedrooms are the worst, right? Because if all the bedroom doors are closed, when I'm showing it, I have had situations where I've opened a bedroom door, or opened, some other door, whatever, and there's somebody in there, and it's like, oh. And it just totally rocks the entire showing experience.
I can't imagine.
Dude, I had one time, I'll never forget this, and they forgot to tell me that they had an aged parent that was bedridden. And so we opened the door, and there's an old dude in a bed, and, he's not really coherent. And I'm like, this is...
That's a lot.
It was a lot.
Yes.
And that was for me. My clients were like traumatized.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that sounds
anyway,
awful.
you gotta tell somebody that.
Yeah.
Don't move, Grandpa, but at least give me a heads up that Grandpa's in that bedroom.
Yeah. But I vividly remember the houses we looked at that were wide open, lights on, bright and airy,
ready for a showing.
It does make all the difference. And the last house that we saw literally was like, I get it now. I see it.
Product presentation.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I just crack all the closet doors. I mean, unless you're trying to hide something, and then please lock the door. It's that simple. We went into a home that was locked, and we're like, obviously that is not for us. So, yeah, like if you need to 100% lock the door, but otherwise open it up so people can see. I mean, that's very important.
That's good. Good stuff.
I mean, even the pantry door we open and things like that, just so people know, like, they don't have to guess, like, what is this? It just shows better. So,
good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Any last lesson that you weren't prepared for, or that, maybe I should incorporate into a pre-buying or pre-selling presentation, just some little nugget?
I just feel like I'm a little more qualified to speak to our clients now who are selling a home, because it is a strange market right now. I mean, like, normally a home sale contingency is no big deal, and it's probably a domino effect of, well, I have home sale contingency and the person buying my home has a home sale contingency.
Yep.
And that's usually a thing. But right now people are so nervous that homes aren't going to sell that they're just going to sit around and wait. Which, 100%.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it backfires.
Yeah. So, we had one that turned us down, and I mean, it's still on the market. So, I mean, if it was one that we loved and, if something else didn't come along, like, we could probably get our house on the market tomorrow and still go make an offer. But, just be patient. And, doing open houses is great. You get people who don't have agents who, are curious and, not sure they want to make that commitment, but they get to come see it and so forth. But I mean, patience is the biggest thing. Like, I have struggled with the FOMO, the fear of missing out on, if we don't get a contract on our home, that I'm going to miss that house. And now that we have a home sale contingency, like, we're under contract waiting for our home to sell. Like, sure, the FOMO is at any point in time, they could get another offer and we have to get our house on the market in 48 hours or get it sold in 48 hours. Like, that's still the FOMO. Like, I still worry. Like,
well, and here's the thing, at the end of the day, if it works, financially, price cures all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I don't know, I'm totally throwing this out there, but if we're working together, one of the questions that I'm going to ask you is this the house? And if the answer to that is yes, this is the house.
Yep.
Well, then we do things a little bit different. If it's, as opposed to, no, this is a house that could work.
Sure.
Right. Those are very different things.
Yeah.
And the extreme actions that we have to take are different based on the house versus a house.
Yeah. Yeah. That's very, very, very true. Like, and sometimes that's an overnight question. Is this the house?
Absolutely.
Or
yeah.
a house? Sure.
It should be an overnight question, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, there's still a few more on the market that we would consider, if they're still there and we lose this one. But, Jonathan asked the question several times, like, is $2,000, will you be sad if you lose this deal over $2,000? If the answer is, oh yeah, to me, I would be sad if I lost it over $6,000. So like the question, you just have to ask the questions and let your agent, get a seasoned agent, get someone who's going to walk you through it and be 100% honest with you.
And be okay if the answer ends up not getting that agent paid.
Sure.
And I mean, that's a big deal, y'all. We talk about this all the time, right?
If they're desperate.
If I ask that question, are you going to be sad if you lose this house over $3,000 or whatever? And the answer is no, not really. Well, then we should not worry about it too much.
Yeah. Then
and we should be okay with not getting this deal.
Yeah.
And I have to be okay with that as well, which means I can't be desperation sales breath.
Yeah. You can't be so desperate that you need this house right now so I can get paid later. Yeah, that's true. But
it's critical.
Yeah. And I mean, we've said it 100 times. Get someone who's got multiple offers under the belt, not just 5 or 6, because Jonathan's been through so many transactions that no matter what comes up for us, whatever that looks like, I'm confident that he's either done it or knows someone who has and will get the information necessary. And to me, that is priceless.
Every now and then I'm still like, that's unique. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
and that was, I mean, we learned that, a home sale contingency is still on the market for sale.
That changed. Yeah.
That changed. So yeah, just, you gotta get somebody, knows.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It's good stuff. All right. Well, Missy, I know you got a dip here for the appliance repair, and that's great. Thank you for being on here today, Bryan. Sure. We miss you. Sort of.
A little.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, we'll see you again in 2 weeks, buddy. But anyway, go get your washer or dryer. Washer fixed.
Yep.
While she's stepping out, we are going to continue with the show. So
this is real?
Yeah, this is real. Bring it up, Trent. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just lost professionalism there. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. You know what this reminds me of, Trent? This reminds me of the amateur sketch of the leprechaun in Mobile. You know that video. This absolutely reminds me of that. It's lovely. I mean, some people don't have vision, and others have an incredible talent for drawing it. So the good news is now we do have AI, and we do have the ability to envision what this could look like. Or maybe it's bad news. I don't know. Maybe it's better to draw it like this so that we know that it's not real. And that's fantastic. Thank you, Trent, for finding that one. That's been a highlight of the day for sure. So, all right, we're going to move on now to our shiny penny. All right, so shiny penny. I met a young man today. I'm not going to share names or anything, and I'm interviewing for a position on my team right now, and met this guy. He's a college student. He's an immigrant, and he is sharp. He is ambitious, and let's call his enthusiasm infectious. And y'all, I tell you what, man. It is so cool to see people come from, at best, let's call it meager circumstances and backgrounds where he particularly came from. Meager would probably be an understatement. And he told me about that. He told me about kind of his background and what he remembers from his home country. And to hear the story and see the hope and the and again, that ambition, that zeal in his eyes. He believes, and rightfully so, because he has the ability to do it. He believes in the American dream, and in all of the BS that we put up with sometimes, and the I'll be honest with you, man, the discouragement sometimes that I face looking at current events and all of that. It's easy for me to lose sight of what the American dream really is, and the fact that being here and doing the right things and getting with the right people, you can truly accomplish, within physical limitations sometimes or whatever, you can accomplish anything. And to see that embodied, it was awesome. So whether you know it or not, kid, you inspired me this morning, and I believe that everybody has something that they can teach you. And I learned a lot this morning, and I'm better for having had that interview this morning. So that's my shiny penny. Take some time, go meet somebody different, go meet somebody that's not like you, and be open to learning. So that's it. That's my shiny penny. It's kind of weird doing this by myself. I'm not used to that. I like having somebody in this seat that I can bounce off of. So we're just going to wrap it up, bring it in for a landing. Got a couple of things going on coming up. I will tell you, tomorrow at Cedar Glade, we've got our clean comedy show, our monthly clean comedy show. It is the 1-year anniversary of that. And it's awesome. It's PG to PG-13. We don't do F-bombs and bad jokes in that. I mean, some of the jokes are bad just because they're not funny, but they're not bad, like, R-rated. So it is kid-friendly, and it's a lot of fun, and it's only $5. So starts at 7:00. Come check it out. Also, my buddy Andy Holmes over at Tennessee Craft Butcher, they're having a big festival on Saturday. They're in their parking lot, and I can't remember, admissions like $60 or something like that. And it includes all kinds of barbecue. We're going to be serving beer. It's included in that price, music, and all kinds of stuff. So if you are open on Saturday, go check out our buds over at Tennessee Craft Butcher. I think that's it. Trent, I know your little speaker's in here somewhere. Is there anything else that I need to address? All right. Well, that's it. Y'all have a good week. We will not be on next week, is what I understand. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.
Thank you for listening to another episode of This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale, your go-to resource for all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. We will see y'all on the next one.
Now for the nitty-gritty. Premise Mortgage Company is a subsidiary of Premise Bank, a member FDIC. Premise Mortgage NMLS number 1894879, BK number 1042893, ML number 1894879. As always, all loans are subject to credit approval and product guidelines. Equal housing lender.